Building a massive infrastructure project requires moving thousands of tons of material and coordinating hundreds of workers. Every moving part carries physical risk, and mitigating that risk requires documented evidence of compliance. Meet Quentin. As an HSE officer for this site, he's overwhelmed by heavy compliance documentation. His main challenge is the project manager's strict standard for audit reports. Every identified risk and safety issue on the site must be backed up by a precise legal reference. To clear this desk, we will map out exactly how to read, construct, and apply these legal citations step by step. Correct citations define exact liabilities and protect both the workers on the ground and the company from legal consequences. First, identify the legislation with its acronym, like OSHSA. Next, add the specific section. Then, include a subsection number in brackets. Follow this with a paragraph letter in brackets, and finally, a subparagraph Roman numeral in its own brackets. You must always follow this exact sequence: section, subsection, paragraph, subparagraph. You cannot skip a level or rearrange the formatting. Using this strict numerical map ensures you point the auditor to a single, specific sentence buried within hundreds of pages of legal code. Now that we have the sequence, we need to correct the most frequent formatting mistake made by novice HSE professionals. Placing the principal section number inside parentheses invalidates the legal reference. Brackets are strictly reserved for subsections, paragraphs, or subparagraphs. Wrapping the main section number in brackets makes the citation technically incorrect. Acts set broad legal principles, while subsidiary legislation, known as regulations, enforces those principles with detailed guidelines. Because regulations operate differently than acts, they use an entirely different structural vocabulary. When citing a regulation, we abandon the term section completely. Start with the regulation's acronym and main number, like DMR 8. From there, add the sub-regulation number within the first set of brackets. Then add the paragraph and the subparagraph inside their respective subsequent brackets. Utilizing the correct terminology, distinguishing between a regulation and a section, immediately signals your professional competence to any external auditor reviewing your site. Let's apply this formatting to a realistic site audit report. Look at this observation: worker not wearing hard hat, against OHSA rules. This phrasing is too vague for a legal document. It fails to identify the specific regulation violated, making the finding difficult to enforce during a formal audit. We translate that vague observation into an accurate legal citation. The correct entry reads, "Non-conformance, failure to comply with General Safety Regulations 2(1). Here is the comprehensive summary formula. For an act, section, subsection, paragraph, subparagraph. For a regulation, regulation, subregulation, paragraph, subparagraph. And remember the primary rule: no brackets around your main number. Retain these formulas. You will use them in your upcoming risk assessments to map physical hazards to statutory laws. With your citations formatted correctly, your paperwork is secure. We can now take this compliance framework and apply it to the fundamentals of occupational health. A correct legal citation links a site observation directly to the law, establishing a clear requirement for corrective action.